Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Celestial Beauty, also known as Saturn in the 12th, where our main focus will be astrology and tarot. If you would like to leave me a donation or you would like a personal private reading from me, all of that information can be found in the description box. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that so you do not miss any of my content going further, and go ahead and like this video. But today I would love to encourage you all again to intuitively pick a card and see whichever one is drawn to you. I have placed some very cool chakra stones that I got from this awesome shop on Etsy. I can add the link below if you all are interested, but they help you work with your chakras and realign your chakras if you do Reiki and other things like that. So if you would like to see whichever color, whichever one sticks out to you, or if they all look amazing, go ahead and listen to all of them, and we will see what messages I received for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, so before we get into the cards, I just wanted to go over the overall energy. And today, I'm just going to go over the overall energy based on the card that was at the bottom of the deck. And that card was the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like some of you may be worried about your stability or your home, or maybe there's something going on in or around or with your home. That's being something that's like out of your control that's being affected with your home. And I don't sense anything like bad or like malice or anything, but there could be things like taking place like maybe in the neighborhood or within ownership of your home, like maybe if you rent, maybe somebody's buying your building or something like that, and it's causing like issues or disturbances possibly because like new people are taking over, but you're not in um at least not from what I see, you're not in any threat of like losing your home, but it's definitely like made you uncomfortable for obvious, valid reasons. But it's enough changes to make you wonder whether your environment or situation is really as stable as it seems or as it's felt. And I keep hearing questioning your footing, like you're questioning your footing, questioning your foundation. Um, and I'll try to post a picture of the card, but in the card, um, he is standing over the Four Pentacles, and he has one kind of foot up, and there's like air under his feet. And yeah, it just gave me the sense of unclear footing or unclear grounding or unstable grounding or lack of stability or a sense of lack of stability or being worried about the stability. But something you thought was stable or secure, whether it's like home or finances, I just pick up on that because this is a Pentacles card and that's has to do with earth-based things. But I definitely got the sense of an overall energy of people being worried about their stability, whether it's in the workplace or in their homes, specifically those two things. I think maybe things have happened to where now you're questioning if your job or your living situation is really right for you, but also as stable and secure as you have felt like. it's been or was. So there's a little anxiety attached to stability right now, and I think some of that is outside of your control, but try as much as you can to stay in a in a state of gratitude, and focus on the things that you do have instead of your lack thereof, so that you can project good energy out into the universe and thankful, like I said, and grateful energy. Because the more that you do that, the more that you receive. And the better your perspective is too when you're focused on what you do have than what you don't have. And then all you see is what you don't have, as if you're only focused on that. So those are the overall messages. So let's get into the cards. Okay, so for those of you who picked the first card with the green stone on it, you got the moon. And honestly, I heard all will be revealed. And I know that not the full moon, but the new moon is tomorrow in Taurus. And I'm recording this on the 10th, so depending on when I post this, the new moon is on the 11th. But I feel like you will be receiving some type of revelation around the time of the new moon on the 11th, 3 days before, 3 days after. And I heard the words fluidity, adaptability, releasing control, and going with the flow. And I think whatever this like epiphany or info or message is from like source, that it causes you to like take a step back, like in a good way though. Like it's like when you see it, you're like taken back in a way that's like, oh damn, like I wish I would have seen that before. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see that before. And I don't know if you can see in the corner of the card there in the top right, there's like these wolves that are howling up at the moon. And it just reinforced that kind of idea for me because it made me feel as though they were like yelling at the moon or calling on the moon and asking for guidance or asking like why. Like their dogs barking at the moon and like why? Why didn't you show me this sooner? Why couldn't I see this sooner? Why did you show me this? But whatever this like revelation is, I feel like it's causing you to dive deeper and ask more questions. Definitely because the Pisces sign is depicted in this card. And Pisces is a water sign and it's all about the depths and what lies beneath, like Scorpio. So although this big insight that you're going to receive is going to shed a lot of light and answer a lot of questions for you, especially about like how you've been perceiving things and why you perceive things the way you do. But it's also going to cause you to dive deeper into trying to understand like how your perception has been conditioned in the various ways it has all these years, like via upbringing and associations with friend circles. So I definitely feel like this is a time for solitude. I feel like once you have this kind of epiphany, it's going to take time to process and you're going to want to be um not like a loner, but you're kind of going to want to be by yourself in a sense. Like you're going to feel that. I'm not telling you to be by yourself, but I feel like once you have this, because it's going to kind of like take you back a little bit, you're going to need that time to kind of process. So I think it's definitely a good time for solitude. You will be doing some introspection. If you're not already now, you will be soon. And this green stone is about the heart chakra here, so it has to do with emotions. The moon is about emotions. Excuse me, Pisces is about emotions and is a water sign, so this could be a very emotional time for you, or whatever this revelation, it could bring up a lot of emotions for you that you may not have expected. The moon here is revealing, right? So it's revealing something that you may not have known was maybe hidden within you, or maybe you didn't know how you felt about something. Maybe that's what's going on. But however it resonates with you, those are the messages that I got for you if you picked the first card. Alrighty, if you chose the second card with the yellow sort of stone on it, you got the Seven of Cups. And I'm going to be 100 with you guys. The very, very, very first thing that I heard was running around with emotions. So I don't know if you're running around with somebody's emotions, or if you're running around with a lot of emotions, or somebody in your life is running around dabbling in a lot of people's emotions, like extending themselves to a lot of people. But that is what I heard very clear, is running around with emotions. And however that applies to you, or whoever this is, or if it's you, they're running out of people to exhaust their emotions on, or um, to like vent on, or like to like there's not many people left that want to hear them complain. I'm hearing. Like maybe they've always got something going on. So it's like whenever this person calls, people are like hesitant to answer because they're like, oh, what is it this time? It's just exhausting maybe to talk to them because there's always so much, they always have so much emotion. So maybe it's draining to just even deal or speak to them. I hear that maybe there's someone you know or you work with, or maybe that you're talking to that's like flighty, like someone who can't stay in one place. Like they give their energy to too many people. Like little is left for themselves. But I think that's on purpose. Like they enjoy getting their fill from multiple people. The Pisces symbol and the Neptune symbol is again in this card as well. It was in the first card if you guys want to go back and watch that. I don't know if you already have, but it indicates to me that this person is like a daydreamer and probably hesitant to commit to things. Pisces and Neptune are all about like daydreaming and the what ifs, you know? So I think that they disperse their energy thinly, kind of like how this smoke is here, this thin smoke is here, thinly amongst many things, like how the smoke is over the cups here, like leaving enough room to maneuver in and around and out of the cups very freely, just as smoke does, So maybe they're in and out of your life, or they go from job to job, or however it pertains to you. But the cups does deal with emotions and relationships, but not all relationships have to be romantic. But I do get the sense and keep getting messages that someone is dabbling in like multiple cups or multiple options, multiple emotions, feelings, or people. And I don't know if this is you or if this is someone else. But if it's not you, then just be careful and try to use your discernment as best as you can, just to ensure that you aren't putting more energy into something or someone than they're putting in you. So if they're not even giving halfway and it's less than halfway, then like recognize that, acknowledge that, and don't overexert yourself and spread yourself thin here like the smoke to where you're exhausted and trying to get this person's attention or recognition. Because their little bit is just enough to them because they got to keep enough to go amongst those seven, or no, those six, I should say, those six other cups right there, right? So they got to make sure they have enough smoke to carry amongst all of those, not just yours. So if someone is inconsistent with you, then you can't expect them to be reliable with your heart, If you can't even depend on them texting you back or like knowing you're going to hear from them at least like weekly, right? Then like how can you rely on them to like hold your heart safely? Just use your discernment. That's the most that I can really say. But this yellow stone has to do with the solar plexus. So I would definitely work on confidence and sticking up for yourself. Trust your gut, like I said. I think this goes really well with the card that was chosen. Um, do not let others gaslight you into believing that the bare minimum is enough. And those are all the messages I received. Hey, if you chose the third card with the purple stone on top of it, you got the Justice in reverse. I hear imbalance, crossed wires / paths, unfolding, tables have been shifted, and overworked and overstimulated. Those were the words that came to mind as soon as I turned this card over. I had to jot them down. But I got a strong sense that something has taken you, quote unquote, off course, or the road that you thought that you were supposed to be going on, or that's the road that you thought that you were on. Like a forced reset happened. And it seems unfair to you from your angle. She's upside down here, so from her angle, it looks like, why am I right here? Why did this happen to me? Um, but your guides and the universe allowed this current disruption in your life to happen so that you could see the bigger picture in some way, shape, or form. You weren't able to see the picture or whatever they needed you to see from the angle or from the position you were at or the path that you were on, so they needed to disrupt it so that you could look in the right direction, basically. This force of new direction or this disturbance is causing you to reroute. It's causing you to re-strategize as you're rerouting. And I think that's why your brain is so overstimulated and overworked right now, or you feel so overworked right now, or you're so exhausted. There's so much going on with this abrupt change. Um, because you're trying to not only rack your brain around whatever happened, but why it happened and how you or they are going to adapt and manage now that adjustments have to be made. Like there's no option at this point. Like adjustments have to be made. It's not like you can opt out of the adjustments. It's like you have to. This this is a Libra card. As you can see, it says Libra on here, and Libra is the card of justice. And I say we because I'm a Libra sun, are known for procrastinating. So this isn't something that you're going to be able to procrastinate. This is something that you're going to have to get on top of and reroute relatively quickly, I'm hearing. So whether you like want to adjust or change or not, you're gonna have to. I think that's gonna be the only option, and it might be annoying now, but I think later down the line you're going to see why um this all happened and that it was really divine timing. I think now that you're having to rethink your plan or outlook or whatever you want to call it, you are seeing your seat at the table from a different angle, like how I heard when I first turned the card over that the tables have shifted. You're seeing the table from a different angle because you're at a different seat. I want to say, like, you're at the same seat, but the table is shifted. It's not like you're any less than you were or anything, or that you've been knocked down or anything. Like, you're still at the head of the table, but like the table, like, they just, when you turn your table and now, like, the side that was at the back is at like the front now, whatever. It's just a different view. You know what I mean? So now, like your normal seat, now that they turned the table, and now you face the kitchen and not like TV or whatever, you know? So you're able to see what more and other things you can be, excuse me, what you can bring to the table, now that you're forced to see your path or the table from this new angle, right? So maybe that's income based, like maybe what you're able to bring to the table, finance wise. Maybe that's you realizing that you have more work options or more occupations that you could um, go for than you realize, or that you've been trying to do. You know, maybe from this new angle at the table that you've been forced to see, you notice the qualities that you never realized you had because you never had to use them because you've never been in this situation. So sometimes the universe pushes us in another direction when she needs us to see what she sees. So let's talk about the stone. The purple stone is for the crown chakra. Um, this indicates to me again, because your crown chakra has to do with your mind and thinking. So again, this indicates to me that you're overthinking and you're overstimulated. Like I said earlier, maybe you have been experiencing headaches, so try to stay hydrated and ensure that you are getting enough sleep as well, even if you have to take like some sort of like sleep aid. I don't promote sleeping pills or anything like that, but if, magnesium even helps at night. If you take magnesium at night, that can help. But your crown is definitely overactive right now and needs a break, please. It is asking for a break, please. I know that you have a lot to do and trying to adapt, and you probably feel like you don't have time to rest right now because there's so many changes happening. But make yourself sleep, make yourself eat, make yourself take little moments, because your body really needs it. You won't be able to do anything if you don't take care of yourself and your body. So, those are the messages I received for you. Fourth card. If you picked the the orange stone, the very last card on the end, you got death, the Scorpio card. And I think that you are meeting aspects of your shadow self at the moment, or you will be very soon. I think that there is or there will be a situation occurring that will mirror aspects of your shadow self to you. I hear a dark part of your personality or your old personality is showing itself through another person. So maybe maybe there's someone like you may not even realize why this person or the situation bothers you so much. Like you can't even put your finger on it, maybe like how there's the scorpion. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a scorpion kind of in the left corner here. It's there's enough distance between it and the phoenix for it to not poke it with its scorpion tail right there. So maybe you can't quite put your finger on it, but the universe, I hear, has put this person in your path to show you some similar quality in yourself that you possess. And there is a transformation that can happen if you allow yourself to look deeper into why this person or this situation bothers you so much. So if you can, try to look at the situation or person as objectively as you can. If you have to, like, try to create enough distance for you to look at, um, without like frustration, so that maybe in that distance you can realize, oh, I was like that when I was younger, or I guess if I were them, I would do it that way too, where I would feel like that, or whatever the case may be. But the clear message that I receive is that growth can happen if you face like whatever seems difficult to you right now. So whatever like is in front of you that seems threatening, I want to say, like I'm not saying like get in front of a gun or get in front of anybody violent or anything like that. That's definitely not what I'm saying whatsoever. But if there's like maybe somebody at work, for example, that like just kind of gets on your nerves, or if there is a situation that is hard for you to handle or a conversation that is hard for you to handle, um, I'm hearing that facing that issue and that problem head on and trying to look at it from a solution based outlook is going to help transform you on a deeper level that you're not aware of. Because remember, this is a Scorpio card here. So there is probably a deeper meaning as to why you feel the way you do about this person or this situation. So the cards are recommending that you dive deeper into that feeling and that frustration and get to the core of why, because that's what Scorpio does. They're the depths, they're the bottom of the sea, they're the they want to get to know exactly why. Those are those PIs. Like they go through and look. They want to know the hidden stuff. They want to know the secrets. So figure those out about yourself. What is your own mind hiding from you? What are those painful memories that you don't even want to remember? You know what I mean? Um, because essentially you realizing that is going to help you realize why you look at the world the way you do, and then help you not project those misplaced frustrations onto other people. So do the work so that we can all benefit, not just you, but so that we can all benefit from that. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a phoenix across, like I said earlier, there's a phoenix across um, from the scorpion here at the bottom right, and the phoenix is rising from the ashes under her. So the phoenix has literally like burned and died and been through like the fucking worst and is still rising and conquering. So you got this. Whatever is in front of you that looks untamable, it is, and so much so it is going to elevate you to the next part of your like spiritual journey. Okay, so the stone here is the orange stone. It is the sacral chakra, which has to do with passion and balance. And when your sacral chakra is balanced, it helps us improve our relationship with others and ourselves. And I think that that goes so perfectly with this. I didn't add any of these stones like after I did the cards. I put them all out prior to me turning over any of the cards. So I just kind of threw them out there. So I think it's kind of cool when I get the messages for the cards and then the stone correlates perfectly with the card energy. So it's just awesome. But I truly believe that this transformation, if you allow yourself to do the introspection, can help you unlock or even rekindle like your passions, because this stone has to do with passions. Like the sacral chakra has to do with your passions and your light and your motivation. So I think that this is going to light a fire under you and really motivate you. Um, if you allow yourself to go to the depths that you've been unafraid of wandering. So I encourage you to do so. Alrighty, everyone, those are all the messages that I received for you. I hope that they all resonated. If they did not, then that is totally fine. Hopefully the next messages do. If you liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like the video and leave a positive comment in the comment box and let me know how much it did resonate or how it does correlate to your life. I would love to hear it. So thank you again for coming to my channel. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye-bye.